And between bills and food, now we're going to have to start making choices.
Carlicia Grice is one of more than 1.4 million North Carolinians who rely on SNAP benefits. She gets about $1,000 a month to feed her large family. But on Saturday, what happens next? It's been the only thing on her mind for the last few days.
Even that's not enough. And we're using cash to pay for food throughout the month, even going to pantries and just trying to make the ends meet because it's just not meeting.
Rice says they're working as hard as they can to stay afloat.
People automatically assume when you get SNAP that you're just lazy, you're just sitting in the house collecting benefits off of taxpayers, but we are taxpayers too. They have to understand that, it's hard, especially when you have a big family. It's hard just to get a gallon of milk that's now $5. It's ridiculous.
She says earlier this week her family received a letter saying their Section 8 housing may not be funded in December if the government doesn't reopen.
I'm really nervous, honestly.
I'm sorry, but I find it absolutely infuriating that people who do not pay a single dollar in rent, people who do not pay a single dollar for the food they put in their mouths and their kids' mouths, I find it infuriating that these kind of people are out here trying to preach to us about how hard things are right now. If anyone knows how hard things are right now, it's the people who do not get food stamps. It's the people who do not get rental assistance. I don't need you telling me how hard life is. You have no idea how hard life is. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get by every month like people like me and like the people watching this video. So yeah, I think it's disgusting that these people think they can preach to us about how hard times are when they don't have to experience these times. They don't know the difference between when the economy is booming and when the economy is bad. They don't know the difference between when eggs cost this much a carton or this much a carton. They don't know the difference because they don't even check the price tags because they don't buy their own groceries. They don't pay their own rent. They don't pay for anything, yet they want to tell us, oh, please, guys, y'all got to understand how hard things are out here. Even though we don't have to participate in daily life, we don't work, we don't do diddly squat. But you guys got to understand it's hard out here for us. No, it's hard out here for us. And I don't give a damn if you got a big family. You should not have a big family if you're not financially stable. It's that simple. There's one thing, I'm sorry. I'm a nice person, I'm a kind person, but I am not as sympathetic as a lot of people out here. I am not sympathetic towards people who have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids knowing they can't feed them, knowing they can't take care of them. I am not sympathetic towards women who pump out babies from multiple baby daddies over and over and over again because they expect the government to pay for them. I don't respect that. I don't sympathize with that in the least bit. And it's funny because the mainstream media has been ignoring this problem, and they're going out here and they're trying to find people to interview that we're supposed to sympathize with or feel bad for. Yet they're totally ignoring all of these videos out here with people threatening to rob, loot, and kill. You want to go, oh, we're going to go interview this black woman that's in the grocery parking lot and she's complaining she didn't get $1,000. But you're totally ignoring the thousands of videos of black women online talking about murdering people in the grocery store parking lot and taking their food. I think that's a more interesting news story, don't you think? Would you let's say the 6 o'clock news is coming on, right? And the 6 o'clock news could be one of two things. Let's say, hey, coming up on the news at 6, we're talking to LaQuisha about how she didn't get her $1,000 of food stamps. Do you want to watch that or do you want to watch this? Coming up on the news at 6 o'clock at night, we are showing this video of LaQuisha threatening to murder everyone if she doesn't get her food stamps. It's like they have a better news story, a more entertaining news story, a more honest and truthful news story right there in front of their face, but they totally ignore it and instead they go for sympathy points. But how can I sympathize with any of the women in these news clips if I've been watching women online for the last 3 weeks threatening to murder white people over groceries? Threatening to beat up the old white women checking receipts at Walmart if they check their receipt and realize they're stealing. I can't sympathize with these people at all. And I refuse to sympathize with these people. And no, I don't feel bad that she's not getting her $1,000 a month. I don't feel bad that... it's so crazy because their complaints are just our everyday lives. And I can't get over it. I can't get over why they think it's newsworthy to sit on the news. Oh my God, we're having to pay cash for our groceries. We had to pay cash for our groceries throughout the month. That's newsworthy? Coming up at 6 o'clock, a black woman actually had to pay for her own groceries for the first time ever. Be there or be square. You don't want to miss this one. We had to pay cash for our groceries. Oh my God, you don't know how hard it is out here. We had to pay them cash for our groceries. You know how hard it is out here, man. We had to pay actual cash. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all know how hard times is when you got to pay cash for your groceries. I pay cash for my groceries every time I go to the grocery store. When is the news going to interview me? When I go to the grocery store and I have to spend hundreds of dollars for just a few items because things are so expensive these days, when does the news come and interview me? I guess a white man paying for his own groceries isn't newsworthy. But a black woman paying for, oh, I had to pay cash for my groceries. You will not believe this shit. That's newsworthy. And like I said, the mainstream media, they're going out of their way to try to find people like this because the majority of people in this EBT situation are absolutely crazy and violent, and they're saying some wild stuff. In fact, I have a clip right here that I want to show you. Now, before I roll that clip, though, I need you guys to do me a favor. You know this platform doesn't support me. I need you guys to support me. And you can support me by simply hitting the like button. I'm not asking for anything much. Just hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the video on social media. Now, if you want to take your support one step further, it's not mandatory, but if you would like to, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It's always greatly appreciated. But with that being said, let's roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more.
I find it rather amusing, all the Caucasian people who are celebrating the fact that they, in their assumption that black people will suffer from the SNAP freeze, and it will be majority black and brown people suffering. That's just another great example of how stupid you mofos are. You don't know nothing about nothing but hatred. You white people receive the majority of SNAP benefits in this country. In addition to that, if you knew the history of this country and any type of history related to black people, you know black people gonna take care of each other. But it's you evil, bloodthirsty, miserable, non-Christian-like mofos who will leave each other to starve. Matter of fact, you will drink each other's blood. You're that thirsty. You're that inhumane. And that's just another reason why I consider you motherfuckers Neanderthals.
2 words, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever you encounter a racist, crazy woman like the one we just watched in that clip, there's only 2 words that you need. 2 words that are mightier than any sword. And those words are per capita. Per capita. Say it with me. Per capita. Okay? Those 2 words will vanquish any black racist that thinks that they can talk about numbers and oh, it's more white people doing it. No, per capita. It kicks their ass every time. For some reason, it's impossible for them to understand what per capita means. They're constantly talking about minority this, minority that. Well, don't you know that in order to be a minority, it means that you're a smaller percentage of the population? In order for you to be a minority, there has to be a majority. And the majority of people in this country are white. Therefore, there's going to be more white people on food stamps than black people by the numbers, but if you look at per capita, black people are disproportionately. It's disproportionate. There's so many black people on EBT. And it's crazy because even Google will tell you this. And you know, Google likes to hide the facts when it comes to racial issues. But yeah, you could go look it up. It takes 1 second. This woman could look it up too. Per capita, it kicks their ass every time. Black people are on food stamps at a higher rate than any other group of people in America. Plain and simple. And this is common sense. This is common knowledge. Everyone knows this, but everyone wants to pretend otherwise. And what you have is you have liberals and you have black people out here trying to say, no, it's white people who are the majority of people on food stamps because they don't understand per capita. Or they're hoping that you don't understand per capita. But what I find funny is she's like, y'all are so dumb. Y'all don't know the history of anything black. Black people are always going to come together and help each other. Oh, you mean like how they've been doing in cities across America for the last, 10, 20, 30, 40 years? Yeah, they've really been helping each other out, all right. You know, speaking of per capita, black people are killing other black people in America at a higher rate than any other group of people, I think, just about in the world. There are active war zones right now where the death toll isn't as high as some of these major cities in America when dealing with black violence and gangs and what have you. Black American men are killing other black American men at a higher rate than any other group of people just about on planet Earth, not just in America. And yes, when looking at per capita, black women commit more murder than white men. Black women, per capita, commit murder at a higher rate than white men do. And when it comes to black men, there's no comparison. No one's even close. Right? They are the best at what they do when it comes to killing each other. So when she's talking about, y'all don't understand, black people always come together and help each other out. No, they don't. Actually, we've seen the opposite of that happening for decades now. Y'all are destroying each other. You're destroying your own communities. And when people like me call it out because we actually care, we're considered racist and big bad people. No. I'm just tired of seeing black people act this way and live this way. I'm tired of the black people who I grew up with, winding up on a t-shirt or something. Everyone's getting killed. They're going to jail. So these are issues that need to be addressed. And if the black community is never going to address these issues, then other people will have to. And I'm not afraid to speak out about these problems, and other people shouldn't be afraid to speak out about these problems either. Because black women, like you just saw in the video, they're not afraid to say what they want to say. They'll call you blood-sucking demons and all types of other crazy stuff, when all we're simply saying is, hey, y'all need to tone it down, calm down, stop the violence, and stop all of the food stamps madness. But I just wanted to point those things out really quickly. For now, though, I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.